Destruction of police property, reckless driving, resisting arrest. Officer Lopez Fitzgerald is going to have a field day with these charges against you, Sheridan.
I'm not worried, Ethan.
Sheridan, Luis is a tough cop, and he's got it in for the Cranes. I mean, the guy's an arrogant, vindictive...
I ran into him this morning. There's another side to him.
Great day for a run, isn't it? You run a good pace. I could hardly keep up with you. You must be new around here. Oh, it's you.
What?
I said I didn't realize it was you.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're talking to me.
Why?
Because you had to testify against me in court this morning, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Guess I was just surprised to see you out jogging.
Why, you think a crane can't run?
I guess I figured your chauffeur would do it for you.
I wish he could. He's not the insensitive know-it-all cop that I thought he was. He'll go easy on me, you'll see.
Luis, you're the arresting officer. Your testimony will carry a lot of weight in determining whether the judge rules against Miss Crane.
I understand.
Considering that no one got hurt, the DA's office is willing to let her off with, say, probation, a fine. How do you feel about that?
Sounds like somebody's in trouble.
That's right.
Uh-oh. What's the charge?
Sexual harassment.
Kidding. Who is it?
It's you, Luis.
Me?
The mayor just got a call from someone filing a sexual harassment complaint against you.
That's crazy. They're lying, whoever it is. Who filed the complaint?
The mayor says it has to do with Sheridan Crane.
Sheridan Crane? That's absolutely not true, Sam.
Luis, I know you and I trust you, but I warned you not to give the Cranes any ammunition against you.
And what kind of ammunition did I give them?
You kissed her. You danced with her. I told you there might be repercussions.
I want her to pay.
Luis, do you really think Sheridan Crane belongs in jail?
Yeah, you bet I do.
Are you sure this is the way you want to go, Luis?
And would you ask me that if anyone but a Crane was facing these charges?
Would you be going after her this hard if she was anybody but a Crane?
Now, I don't believe you, of all people, caving in under political pressure, Sam.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, that phone call you got from the mayor? Asking you to go easy on
the
Miss
Cranes contributed a lot of money to his campaign.
Oh, so we're supposed to just roll over?
That's not what I said. I'm just telling you where he's coming from.
You're the chief, Sam, and you backing me up on this or not?
I back all of my officers up 100%, as long as they do their job and follow the rules.
I did. She didn't. I'll bet that whole thing this morning was a setup.
What?
Oh, accidentally running into me? That cute little routine of hers? And then she goes and calls the mayor to accuse me of sexual harassment. Just for insurance.
You have no proof Sheridan Crane filed the complaint.
Well, who else would it be? That's got Crane written all over it.
I warned you to back off the party.
Look, I didn't know who I was kissing. I was blindfolded.
I know. I mean the tango that you did with her.
That was a spur-of-the-moment thing. And I didn't force her, she dared me. Of course.
What?
Well, she wasn't invited to my mother's birthday party, but she and Ethan just showed up. Danced with me, flatter my mother. It was all just a trick, so I'd go easy on her today. She's in for a surprise.
So how would you characterize Miss Crane's behavior after she smashed into your police car, officer? Repentant? Remorseful?
Belligerent and arrogant.
Huh. No trace of remorse, fear of punishment?
None. When I asked her to give me one good reason why I shouldn't arrest her, she said because her name was Crane.
In other words, she threatened.
Objection.
Sustained.
Let me rephrase that. Would you say she was uncooperative?
Very.
I can't believe this. In the past 20 minutes, Luis has completely ripped me apart. He's made me sound like an arrogant, law-breaking snob.
I warned you.
So much for my feminine intuition.
So tell me if I've got this right, officer. Miss Crane was driving at 98 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone, completely totals your police car, expresses no remorse, in fact, attempts to leave the scene and evade arrest. In other words, she exhibited a flagrant disrespect for the law. Does that about sum up what happened?
Perfectly.
That'll be all, officer. Your witness, counsel.
I have to bring up what happened last night at Ploy's party.
Ethan, no. Julian said...
I don't care what Father said. Luis's testimony was extremely detrimental. I have to throw doubt on his impartiality.
Counselor?
One moment, Your Honor. Do you want to go to jail?
No. Don't bring up sexual harassment.
I'll skirt around it.
Ethan!
Officer Lopez Fitzgerald. Do you call yourself a good cop?
I do my best.
And your testimony just now on the stand, would you consider it impartial? No axis to grind?
Yes.
Did you kiss Miss Crane last night?
It was a mistake. Your Honor, it was at a party. I was blindfolded. I had no idea it was her.
Did you know who she was when you asked her to dance with you?
Yes, but...
Still, you insisted on dancing with the accused.
I did not insist.
You danced with her? You kissed her? Even though you knew you were testifying here today.
Like I told you, I had no idea it was her.
Do you still contend you're an impartial cop, officer?
Yes. What happened last night has absolutely no bearing on this case.
So you say.
You calling me a liar?
Sit down, officer.
Your Honor, my client has admitted that her behavior on the evening of the accident was wrong, and she deeply regrets it. She has apologized to the police. Her family has bought the department a new vehicle, and she has spent a night in jail. Considering all that, I would ask Your Honor to show leniency and allow Miss Crane to go on with her life. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll render my verdict after a short recess.
You know, you really should work undercover.
Excuse me?
You're really good at making people believe you're something you're not.
Am I?
Yes, very good. I actually thought you were a nice guy when I ran into you this morning. Boy, was I wrong.
Guess we're all taken in at one time or another by people we think are something they're not.
If you're referring to me, officer, who you see is who you get. I don't hide anything.
Right. Oh, by the way, give my regards to the mayor next time you run into him.
The mayor? I've never even spoken to him.
I'm ready to render my verdict.
Your Honor, may I say a few words, please?
Keep it short, Chief Bennett.
For the record, I'd like to say that Luis Lopez Fitzgerald is one of the finest, most honorable, fair-minded officers that I've had the privilege to work with. And I hope the court will treat the defendant as they would any citizen accused of the same crimes.
I assure you, Chief Bennett, everyone in my courtroom receives equal treatment under the law. Now, regarding the charge of lack of impartiality by the arresting officer, I find the charge unfounded Though I warn you, Officer Lopez Fitzgerald, to be more careful regarding whom you kiss.
Don't worry, Your Honor. It will never happen again.
Good. Now, as to Miss Crane, added to the cost of a new police car, which your family has already paid for, I am imposing a fine of $1,000 and 75 hours of community service.
75?
Your Honor, I
Make
would...
that 100 hours. Case closed.
It's not the verdict you wanted.
I'm satisfied. Thank you. Well, thank you. Well, that ends that.
Don't be so sure. Cranes don't forget their enemies.
Neither do I.
I had no idea about the community service, Sheridan.
You know, I wouldn't mind, except that I've just gotten back from Paris, and there's so many things I need to deal with in my life.
Did you go to college with a girl named Eleanor Goodwill?
Yeah, we were sorority sisters.
I remember Mother mentioning that she's head of the Women's League. Perhaps you could talk to her, see if she could work something out for you.
That's a great idea.
At least Officer Lopez Fitzgerald doesn't hand out the assignments. He'd probably have you picking up litter on the highway.
With my bare hands. Hey, that reminds me. Just now he asked me to say hello to the mayor. I've never talked to him in my whole entire life. Do you know anything about that?
Not a clue. Forget it. Forget him.
Don't worry.
I have to go back in and sign some papers, and then we'll be out of here.
I just want to ask you something. How did a sweet, kind woman like Pilar have such a mean, vindictive son like you?
Hey, you screwed up. You're paying for it. Get over it. There's no free rides in this life. Not even for the almighty Cranes.
Oh, could this day get any worse?
I'm afraid it can. I have some bad news. It's about your sentence. The judge said you can't perform your community service wherever you want.
Why not?
The assignments are done on rotation basis. You got the youth center. You have to report to the director today.
Today, I've got plans.
You have to report when told. It's part of the sentencing agreement.
What a drag. Thank you, Officer Lopez Fitzgerald.
I thought you left. Forgot my... Damn. What's got you so riled up? I ran into Miss Crane out in the hallway. Well, that family really thinks that they can walk all over everyone, don't they? Think they can charm or buy their way out of anything.
But they play by their own set of rules, that's for sure.
Well, I think that I actually wanted to take it easy on her. How could I have been so taken in by her?
She sure is beautiful.
It's not that. I thought I saw something in her. Something different. Different from the rest of the arrogant family. A warmth. A real person. I was wrong. Boy, was I wrong.
I wish I could get you out of this, Sheridan.
Don't worry, Ethan. I have a plan.
What?
I'll just talk to the director. I'll offer a sizable donation to the youth center in lieu of my 100 hours. I haven't seen the place, but I'm sure they can use the money.
Probably a lot more than your poor typing skills.
Yes. Normally, I'd love to work with kids, but after Jean-Luc's betrayal, I just need time to put my life back together.
I understand. But what if the director doesn't agree to your offer?
I'm sure he'll be a reasonable man. I'll just turn on the old Sheridan charm.
Youth Center. The director? No, he's not. Oh, wait, he just walked in. Hey, it's for you.
Hello?